KTXT-FM is underwritten in
This
part
is
by
the
the
BBC
Alamo
World
Draft House
Service,
Cinema,
where we're
a movie
reaching the
theater in
end
Lubbock
of our
located
road
on the
trip.
corner of North
When
Slide
we're
Road and Loop 289, combining film, food, and drink all in one seat. Reserved seating, movie schedules, and upcoming events are available at their box office or online at drafthouse.com/Lubbock.
I love you like peaches.
This is Serrator, 88.1 KTXT-FM Lubbock. For questions and comments, email raider881@gmail.com. That is RAIDER881@gmail.com.
Up in a tree. They won't eat you all up. Every last drop.
Hi, this is Jeremy from Giant Toy Guns, and you're listening to the Raider 88.1.
Good morning, Texas Tech. You're tuned into the Raider 88.1. This is Woman Crush Wednesday here at the radio station. I have my wonderful coworkers here with me. Let's do a roll call real quick. I'm Haley.
I'm Amy.
Elena.
Elena. I'm Elena.
Hi, Elena.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. And we have our beautiful boss running the board. Say hello, boss woman.
Hello, boss woman.
That's Daphne. He'll be be with us throughout the remainder of the show. Whatever you are, will be with us throughout the remainder of the show. We've got a great show for you today. We got some news, we got some sports, we got some debate discussion, covering what's been going on with the politics in the world. We have a guest coming in the later half of the hour, so y'all stick with us, and let's go ahead and kick it off with your KTXT news update. An Iraqi-born Palestinian who moved to Houston as a teenager may plead guilty to terrorism charges today at a rearrangement hearing. The Houston Chronicle reports Omar al-Hardan previously proclaimed his innocence in court, but prosecutors say a request for a rearrangement hearing usually means a defendant is changing his or her plea. Investigators accuse al-Hardan of planning to bomb shopping centers in the Houston area, detonating the explosives remotely by cell phone. A new poll shows nearly 80% of Texans consider student loan debt a major problem, and over 70% of Texans without a degree say the cost of a college education is blocking their path to a successful career. An Austin-based company conducted the poll this month on behalf of the Western Governors University, a nonprofit online college. Tuition at the University of Houston is over $11,000 for the school year, but the costs are more than double that when you factor in lodging and textbooks. The number of Texas prison inmates identifying as transgender is up by 500% in just 2 years. The Texas Department of Criminal Justice is complying with federal rules by keeping count of transgender inmates and offering them special attention since they are more likely than the average offender to be the targets of violence and rape. The TDCJ says there were just 67 inmates in September of 2014 who identified as transgender. The latest count has more than 330 inmates with the designation. There are no official explanations for the spike, but LGBT advocates say greater public acceptance is likely a factor. And finally, Playboy's October issue will be the first to include a woman wearing a hijab. Muslim American journalist Noor Tagore will be featured as part of the magazine's Renegades issue. Tagore, who is from West Virginia, is a reporter for Newsy. Tagore says reaction to her appearance in the issue has been mixed, but she tells the magazine she doesn't pay attention to the negative comments. Playboy decided last year to stop running photos of nude women. That does it for your KTXT news update. I'll be back at the half, but here first is Daphne with your weather.
Thanks, Haley. That's going to be an interesting topic coming up in this
Right?
next segment. The National Weather Service forecast for Lubbock and vicinity. Sunny today, highs in the mid-80s with northwesterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Those winds will shift to the northeast later this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight. Lows in the mid-50s with east winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And more of the same tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies Thursday. Highs in the mid-70s. Might need to take a jacket to the game tomorrow night. Looks like lows expected to be, in the upper 40s. But probably by game time it won't be too chilly. Probably need a jacket as you head out. Currently in Lubbock, partly cloudy skies and 50 degrees. A wind chill of 48. Now back to Women's Crush Wednesday on Good Morning Texas Tech.
I love that song. That's one of my favorite songs.
What song is it?
DJ, what's the name of that song?
You don't know this song?
I can't remember the name of it, but my mom
Black
is it.
Magic
Yes,
Woman?
is it Santana?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Of course
okay.
it's
Santana.
Santana.
I thought so.
I couldn't
My mom always plays that song. She loves Santana. She was like, "You should name your daughter Santana." And I was like, "I don't know. That kind of sounds like a stripper name, but it's fine." Okay, so that last story, me and Amy were talking about this a little bit before we got started. I just am a little confused because I thought the purpose. I mean, when Muslim women wear hijabs, it's like it has to do with their religion, it has to do with modesty, and kind of like keeping themselves covered for the sake of like.
God,
Yeah,
basically.
God, basically. Yeah. So I'm a little confused as to how that will translate into posing for Playboy.
Yeah, that is
I
confusing
feel
to
like
me
it's
too.
a little contradictory.
Very.
Just a wee
Just a
bit.
tad. Just a tad. She said that reactions have been mixed. So I'm sure it has been. I just don't know how to I don't know. I'm curious. I'm definitely not going to buy Playboy just so I can see this. Like I don't. But I'm curious about how they're going to show that. How that's going to I don't know, because they don't do nudes anymore, so that's cool.
What do they do now?
Just provocative pictures? I don't know. I've never looked at
I think they're
Playboy.
going the opposite direction and seeing how fully clothed they can make women.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they're going the opposite extreme.
Oh, well, that should go over well.
Well, clearly
Well,
they are going.
Clearly,
that
the nude
opposite.
thing wasn't working, so
I mean, only because the internet came to town. That's the only reason it stopped working. But anyway, I don't know. I'd just like to clarify. I've never looked at Playboy, so I don't know how
Yeah,
this works.
I haven't either, honestly. I've just heard of it.
Yeah.
I've seen that show that they had. What was it called? With his
it-
3 girlfriends.
Oh yeah, was it
before.
on E with
Yeah, I
Holly
can't remember what it's
Madison,
called.
Kendra Wilkinson, and
yeah.
the other girl?
Yeah, I can't.
I-
What is that called?
I
have
can't
no-
remembe the name of it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
I
It was
watched
on
Girls Next Door.
Girls Next Door.
Yes, I watched that.
That was
sometimes.
funny.
And I guess I got the gist of what
yeah,
Playboy was
what
about.
happens?
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. That was funny. That was an long time ago
I know
that was on.
It is.
I can't remember the third one. It was Holly, Kendra, and
And I think they've all broken up now.
oh yeah, he's
And I
got new
think-
girlfriends.
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner, man. If there's anything I admire about that man, it's his robe.
Oh, did
I
you
wanna
know
robe like-
he sold his house to his next door neighbor, who was the co-owner or something of Hostess.
Oh,
of the Twinkies. And all that.
really?
Yeah.
Shoot.
So,
wait, he
that's
sold
an interesting fact.
the mansion?
Yeah.
Like,
The Playboy Mansion.
he sold the Playboy
He
mansion.
sold the Playboy Mansion.
Man.
Yeah.
That's the end of an
Did
era.
he fall on hard times? Did he lose his robe?
Did he lose his robe?
I don't know. I guess he's just moving on and I don't know, doing other things.
Doing other things. Well, that's okay. That's probably all right. Real quick before we go to our song, what do y'all think about the story that says that 80% of Texans consider student loan debt a huge problem, and 70% that don't have degrees say it's because of how expensive college is? Would y'all agree with that? I mean, I would.
Absolutely. Yeah. Especially since, you're going to college to get a career, and once you graduate, you won't necessarily always get the best paying job. You'll have to start somewhere. And so those student loans, you have to pay them back, and that'll be hard to pay them back if you don't have the best job
Right.
to pay your bills off. So
Right.
Yeah, that's valid.
I agree.
I feel it.
And I think honestly, everyone just has to be smart about where they go to college.
Yeah.
I don't think it's wise to go somewhere that oh my gosh, I'm going to be $100,000 in debt.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't have money, and I'm not planning on going to get a career that.
Okay. No, you're good. Yeah. I agree with you, Elena.
Yeah.
I think it's for especially people that are on the lower income side that still want to be able to go to college. I think I've always argued that it's a problem with how expensive college is, because it just feels like the people that can afford to go get and get good educations that help them get good jobs, but the people that can't afford to go, generally they're the ones who need to be able to get a better paying job to help get themselves out of whatever situation they're in, and so since they can't get an education to help them have the ability to get a good job, they stay on the lower income side, I mean, unless those rare occasions where they I don't know. It's on the general side. It's like it's really hard for people to get out of that if they don't have an education.
Yeah.
We got a comment on Facebook Live. Michael Moore says, "You go to college to drink beer. Career, yeah, right." Well, that's definitely part of it. Not gonna lie.
That's funny. Michael Moore, you said?
Yeah.
Michael Moore. Well, Michael Moore.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
That's funny. All right. Well, we will go ahead and kick it to our song. When we come back, we're going to have sports updates. So here is If You Want to Be My Lover by the Spice Girls. Keep it locked to the left here on the Raider. Hey, Facebook
Hey,
Live
Facebook.
fam. Y'all are cool for being up at this early in the morning.
So we'll let our Facebook audience in on this. We got in trouble with Facebook because of the music being part of our videos. It's all part of federal copyright law, and we're okay with that.
Yeah.
So we decided we're going to start doing some different things when the music is on the radio side. So we get to talk to you guys, and of course Michael Moore just weighed in. So if anybody else wants to see the behind the scenes, just post a comment on that live stream there on Facebook, and we'll be happy to respond.
Yeah.
I think Michael makes a good point.
Yeah, he does.
Some students I know are here just for the partying,
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
not so much for the edumacation. But anyway,
Edumacation.
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 I'm sorry.
You're good. No.
Anyway, it's chilly out there, so yeah, let us know what you think. Tell your friends.
It's cold,
weigh
so
in.
comment on Facebook.
That's right. Comment on Facebook. But this is a new
Be
thing we're
nice.
trying, and hopefully, if I don't screw up the board, we'll be able to talk to our Facebook audience and not screw up what's on the radio right
Right.
now. But anyway, feel free to weigh in, and thanks for joining us on our Facebook stream. Let's see, what do we got coming up? I've got to get prepped for the sports update.
All right.
And just a note, since we're letting our viewers on Facebook see what's going on behind the scenes, we'll do a little bit of housekeeping. Haley, we do not have Something Beautiful by Need to Breathe in
We
the
don't?
system. No,
Oh.
the only one we've got in there is a Christmas song. We can play it if you want, but
I love Christmas. I thought we had that from when we promoted.
Yeah.
Need to
I don't see
Breathe.
it in there. It's not in there.
Huh. Well, that's
Is
unfortunate.
that one of those that Andy got rid of?
Could
Probably.
be. So if you want, if
Okay.
you've got a sub, that would be good. And we've got less than a minute left on this song currently
Okay.
playing. So anyway,
All right, you get your sports update ready, and you know
I'm ready.
what? Why doesn't someone comment on Facebook and tell us what song you want to hear? Since
Yeah.
we don't have the one I had.
Request.
Why don't you tell us
There's
something?
a song you want?
I'll
we'll
try
help
my
you
best
play
to
it.
find it.
Yeah, we'll do our best to find it and play it for y'all.
Darn it. That was like the song I was really excited about.
I know, me too. I love that
I
song.
was going to jam out.
I have to throttle Andy
All
because
right,
he
I'm
takes my
gonna
songs off.
change things over so y'all keep talking, and I'm
Okay.
gonna do the sports update.
Okay, bye, boss. He always does that. I think there's like
Where he, like, gets rid of the
Yeah.
songs we want.
yeah, or like my country stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure probably half of that is not in the system anymore.
No.
Which
Hey,
is fine.
whatever happened to Matador Highway? Like, did you
I
just
just
not
stopped
do that
doing
anymore?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Okay. I guess he's.
What?
We're still right. Are we on air? awesome. Thank you so much. I don't know who DG is, but Daphne, that was a wonderful sports update.
Yeah.
Are they? Are they like
They're very
brother and
closely
sister?
related, yes.
I'm sure they are.
They're almost twins, almost.
Almost twins. Almost identical, but not quite. So, cool. Yay for sports. Are y'all going to the game tomorrow?
I don't know yet. Probably not. A lot of people are either in class or doing other things, so I don't know.
Okay, cool.
I don't know.
Elena?
Nah.
Elena, you never go to the game.
I know. And I was going to go to the last one, and then I had to do homework, and I don't know. It's been one of those weeks where I have so much stuff going on, and this weekend is my sister's baby shower, which I'm really excited about.
That's fun.
So I'm prepping to have all my family come into town.
Yeah, wow.
So
Well.
anyway, I'm a little busy.
Okay, I feel that.
One of these days, I'm going to go to a game.
You graduate real soon.
I know.
So.
Don't remind me. Okay. But
Have you never been to a game, Elena?
I went to one when I was a freshman.
I went to one when I was a freshman.
When I was a freshman.
Was it a football game?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I went to one when I was a sophomore, and I haven't been since. It was hot, and I was like,
It was hot. Well, this one tomorrow night is in the evening, so it won't be hot.
be
The
hot.
weather's beautiful. Also, it's not on a Saturday, so it's not like taking up weekend time. What more do you have to do on a Thursday? I mean, really.
That's true.
A lot. Yeah, me too, but I'm going to go to the game anyway.
Oh, and Michael says, who determines the music genre? When I was at Tech, it was Billy Bad Guns Alternative.
Billy Bad Guns alternate. I don't know. It's right now. It's Andy Koke. He's our music director, so he sets the stage, and he's a pretty indie dude. I don't know. He spent the summer scootering around New York. So,
But
yeah.
for the live shows, I'm just going to jump in
okay.
real quick. For the live shows, we get to go off playlist
Yes.
a little bit. So
Yes.
anyway, for folks that are going, okay, that was an interesting tangent. We were talking about sports, and now we're answering questions off of our Facebook Live video page.
Yes,
so
we are.
if you want to talk to us, weigh in on whatever we're discussing, just post a comment on our Facebook Live video stream, which is on right now. And we'll be happy to talk to you. In fact, we're talking to our Facebook audience during the music segments. So we're not allowed to post the songs on our Facebook Live video feed. Thank you, federal copyright law. Anyway,
we love you.
so we're actually talking to our Facebook audience during the music breaks. And we'd love for you to weigh in. And we'll mention your comment on the air. So go to Facebook. Where are we on Facebook, Amy?
Well,
KT
if you go to facebook.com/theraider881, you can
Yeah,
find us there,
that's it.
or you can just search for us at KTXT, The Raider 88.1.
On the search bar up at the top. Yeah. And we'll be on there, and we'll answer your questions, and we'll say hi to you on air, and it's cool.
And we're still looking for a song because one of the songs
We
they
are.
picked isn't in the system. So if there's something y'all would like to hear coming up in the second half of the program, let us know. I'll do my best to find it, and we'll get it played this morning.
Yeah, wreck 'em. Okay, so back to football. So this week's game is against the Jayhawks, Kansas Jayhawks. My mom loves their basketball team, but their football team is honestly they're not that good. Like I've heard they're not that great. So I don't know.
So we have a good chance
We
at winning
do.
this. That's
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, Kansas has really bad ball protection, and see, this is the Facebook Live feed thing. It's telling my secrets because I don't know all this. I'm on a predictions website about how the game will go this week. So, but supposedly, Kansas has really bad ball protection. So, I don't know. Our defense isn't great either, but that's okay. Supposedly, the Jayhawks are worse. So it's saying that we should win this game. Hopefully, the prediction is 52-27. I don't know how they predict to the
In
number.
whose favor?
In our
okay.
favor.
Wow.
We're supposed to win. Yeah. We're I don't know. Even though we have a rough defense, supposedly we're going to kick Kansas in the butt at least by 30 points. So maybe. I don't know why I
a lot
said
of
kick them
points.
in the butt instead
Hopefully.
of kick their butt. Hopefully. Hopefully we're going to do a good job. This is why we shouldn't be allowed to do the sports discussion.
No, actually, I think y'all do a much better job than some of your male counterparts on Friday's show. Yes. And
That makes
I've got to ask because
That's
last week,
surprising to me.
correct me if I'm wrong, but on last week, we had mentioned, we were talking about fantasy football.
We were, yes.
And then following that was, who was it that made the point we should judge the outcome of
That
games
was
based,
Elena.
based on the mascot?
That was Elena.
Okay, so according to the Elena Mascot Index, who is going to win tomorrow's game? We've got Raider Red against the Jayhawk. So
Okay.
just based on mascots, what do you predict the outcome of tomorrow's game would be?
Easily Raider Red. He has a gun. He can shoot a bird.
That's so true.
Wait.
My fiance knows what he's doing.
Guns up.
Guns up.
That's a pretty easy one.
That's perfect.
Christian Martinez. Sorry. Christian Martinez says Kansas is awful. Wreck 'em.
Kansas is awful. Wreck 'em.
Go
Yeah.
Christian.
I agree with
Go
that.
Tech.
Christian.
Yeah, me too.
I think
Yes.
he agrees with,
He does
with my
agree.
prediction.
I agree.
All right, so there you have it. We'll see how that pans out. I think you have something there that could be a regular segment, Elena. The mascot.
mascot.
Yeah, I like
the
the
mascot. in-
Mascot would win.
I like that.
And I'll be completely unbiased because as much as I love tech, the mascot
Sometimes.
must come first.
That's so true. That's so true. All right. Well,
Mascot
then-
lives matter.
Yes, mascot lives matter. On that note, let's go ahead and throw it to our song. We have Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes here in the Raider. So y'all keep it locked to the left, and we will be back soon.
Got a question.
Oh, right now. What's our question?
I got to switch a lot of
Hi.
buttons to make this work.
Hello,
So we should be
Facebook.
clear.
Hey.
Let me get off air first.
Okay. There
we go.
This is a work in progress. Yes, Casey.
It is indeed,
Way too much, yeah.
but we will learn.
All right, so we're still taking requests, Facebook Live audience. So if there's a song that we have in the system, I'll try to find that
I
coming
did
up
get a
in the second
question.
half.
I don't know if they're listening to us on the radio or I'm guessing Facebook Live, but they also left us a 5-star review, so thank you for
Hey.
Aw.
Who was it that left that gave us the question, Amy?
that. Peter Fegan.
Fagan. Peter
Fagan?
Fagan.
He's
this
asking,
guy.
when is Parents Weekend and why is Casey so awesome on the radio?
Who's Casey?
I guess Casey Hitchcock is what?
Casey Hitchcock?
I
No,
guess.
Casey graduated.
Casey
Yeah,
did
Casey
graduate.
graduated.
Okay, so I know this person. And
Peter
he
Casey's gone.
Peter Casey's gone.
She's no longer here with us.
That's okay.
But
I think he's trolling.
she's in
It's
Vegas.
fine. She is in Vegas. Parents Weekend is this weekend, Peter. And if you will keep your station locked to the left, you will hear from our special guest person who's coming in at the half hour to give us all lots of information about Parents Weekend, how parking is going to go, how the game's going to go, and all that fun stuff. So she'll be here soon.
She's coming up.
She's-
Is that the third segment?
Yes. After this one, we're
After
about
news?
to talk about voting.
Okay. All
And
right.
then we're going to talk to her. She's actually here. She's on her way up. So
Okay, so to prep for this next subject, do y'all
Thank
know
you,
when the
Peter.
deadline is to register for this election?
October 11th.
I thought it was the 8th.
It's the
So
11th.
that-
It's
okay.
the 11th day before. Well, the way the website described it is it's the 11th day before your voting cycle. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I think it just means like the month before. It's the 11th day of the month.
Better
before.
check. I think it's October 8th is the deadline to
no,
register.
It's the,
I
no,
checked
I
last
did
night.
Too.
Okay.
Because I
all
was
right.
like, I want to register to vote. When
I
do
know.
I have
I'm
to
already
do it by?
registered, so I don't know.
October 11th.
Yeah.
Good job.
Your
October
guest is
11th.
here.
My guest is here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll toss her on after the song. We don't have a song still after the second news update.
I may have to just surprise you.
That's fine. That's
we got
okay.
a minute 30 left on this one,
That's okay.
and so we're going in the voting segment.
Hey, guest. How are you? You can sit. You can sit here. Just we'll throw you on. Peter,
Wave to the camera, everybody.
That's the camera. Hey, wave at the camera.
Hi.
There
Hi.
she is.
You're on
Good.
Facebook now. We're gonna put you on the other side after the segment, over there. But first, we're gonna talk about voting. So, yeah, we will. Okay. You can sit there. That works. Peter commented on Facebook, and he was like,
All right, we've
"When's
got less
Parents
than a minute.
Weekend?"
I'm going to switch back.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. All right, that was fun. Oh no. Oops. Sorry, Allie. Is that your thing for the thingy? Okay. Your thing for the thingy?
Are we still?
I don't know if we're still on Facebook. I don't think so.
This says we are?
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, Facebook. All right, that was Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. That's a good song. That's one of my favorite songs. So I'm
Sorry
really
I
excited.
talked over the first of it. I got some of my switches wrong.
That's okay. We're working out the kinks with our Facebook Live stuff right now. So if you're listening and you want to be a part of the show, go to Facebook Live and talk to us because it's really fun, I think. I don't know. I'm not doing it through Facebook Live. But
Yeah, that is fun.
it is fun. So yeah. Okay, so we have a segment right now about voting as a college student. Like, I know it's really hard when you're away from home, you're in a different county, because when you register, you kind of want to register in your home county. So first, before we get to the voting part, let's talk about why we're voting. I know Amy watched the debate on Monday night.
Right.
How did that go?
Well, I didn't start watching it, I guess, until after the first 30 minutes or so, because I heard afterwards, like, Trump did really good the first 30 minutes or so. And then afterwards, Clinton pretty much just took hold of the reins a little bit. And I don't know how else to describe it after that. But yeah, it was interesting, to say the least.
It was. What were some of, like, the main things they talked about, like, their key points? Do you remember, like, immigration reform, healthcare? Did they talk about any of
They
that
didn't
stuff?
talk about healthcare. I know
Really?
that.
Okay.
Yeah, they talked a little bit about healthcare. To be honest, they were just kind of going back and forth about what the other person was doing wrong. They didn't
always a
really,
good strategy.
Yeah, they didn't really say too much about what their plans were necessarily. So
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I've kind of
Yeah.
heard about the debate, is that they honestly thought, like, the moderation was not very good. Like, it didn't focus on the actual issues. It was focusing on the scandals
pretty much.
and, like, the issues between both of the candidates.
Right.
And it's like, I want to hear what they
Like-
both have to say about what
Yeah.
they're actually going to do when they're going to be in office.
Right.
Not about how they're going to fight now. Like,
Right, because that's not showing us anything about their leadership style except that they don't have a very good one. I don't know. I didn't actually get to watch the debate, and I feel really terrible about that, so I'm going to watch it after my exams are over tomorrow. That's going to be my reward. I don't know if it's a reward.
Wow.
I know. How nerdy is that?
Have some chocolate or something.
Yeah.
With you.
Get some candy or something, some kind of something.
But I'm looking over a few of the highlights just to kind of refresh my memory.
Okay.
And Trump did say that he thinks that Clinton doesn't have the stamina to be president.
Like
And
health-wise?
I guess health-wise
Probably.
or generally, I don't know.
Yeah.
And she pretty much just shut him down. She said that he can talk to her about stamina when he travels to 100 and something countries
Ooh.
and talks to Congress for 11 hours or something,
Wow.
and then he can
Negotiates,
peace
peace deals, all that fun
and
stuff.
then he could talk to her about stamina. I was like, yeah, she has a point there.
That is true.
That's true.
That is true. Oh, Hillary. Oh, Trump. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That's pretty much the only reaction I can think to have right now. It's just,
I don't know.
I don't know.
oh boy.
Yeah.
We're in for it, whatever it is. So, on that note, aren't you pumped to vote for who our new president's going to be?
No, not really, but I guess I'll vote
Is
anyway.
pumped the
I
wrong
don't
word?
know.
Is pumped
the
we're
right
going
word?
to?
I'm going to.
We are
But-
going to because you should vote. You
Yeah,
should vote.
yeah.
You need to weigh in, make your opinions known. And also keep in mind, this is what I'm kind of having to remind myself, is you are voting for the president, but also when you're voting for the president, you're also voting for who is in charge of putting people on the Supreme Court. You're in charge of who is appointing like different, I don't know, it's just it's more than just who's sitting in the White House. Like
Yeah.
it's going to be the future of a lot of different aspects of our government. So keep that in mind when you're voting. It's not just Hillary or Donald. It's like, I don't know.
What will they do, like,
Right.
during that time? And, like, who are they going to appoint that's going to last a lot longer than them?
Yes, like Supreme Court, that lasts.
a long
That's a
time.
long time. So keep that in mind when you're voting. Don't be discouraged. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. I think
So
I think it's also important to keep in mind, like, the presidential election is important, but try to keep an eye out or ear out for other elections, like you're saying, Supreme Court and all that. That's important too. And local elections are important. So, I mean, if you really want to change how the country runs, you should look into everything else as well.
Right.
I mean, I'm bad, but I'm bad
no,
about
you're
that
right.
too. But
That's
I mean,
a good
you
point.
gotta
If
think
you're
about those things.
yeah, if you're upset about how the country's running or what's going on in the country, like the cool thing about our government is we have a right to vote and
Yeah.
appoint our leaders and who we want to be in charge. So on that note, for voting, how to register for voting, you have to register first, and the cutoff date for that is October 11th. So if you're not registered and you want to register, you generally register in your home county. So I know for college students that's going to be hard. But first off, so for if you have to register, you have to get the form. You can either do it online Or you can you can submit a request to have a paper copy mailed to you, and then you fill out the form, and it's like yes or no as to whether you're a citizen. If you're filling out a new application, changing your address, you have to give your name, date of birth, your Texas driver's license number, or the last 4 digits of your social. And then, so you have to get that to your county voter registrar's office by October 11th. So you'll be registered. And since you're doing it here, you'll be registered to vote in Lubbock, which I think is, if you're living in Lubbock for an extended period of time, that's a lot easier than doing an absentee ballot, which is hard.
An absentee ballot is a pain. And if you are going to do that, make sure you, know the process well ahead of time.
Right.
I ran into that last year. I was going to do an absentee ballot, and I waited until the last minute, and then I saw, oh shoot, this thing
I can't do it.
is going to be a pain. And you have to get it notarized and a lot of other things that you don't have to do if you're registered to vote in the place that you are.
Right.
So I would suggest getting registered to vote here.
That's what I'm going to do. I haven't ever voted before, so I'm going to register in LBK. The good old LBK. If you have questions about how to do it, go to votetexas.gov. That's a website you can check out. You can go to votelubbock.org. That's specific Lubbock County Elections Office. They have all kinds of voting information, election information, candidate information, all kinds of stuff. So as of now, there are 162,740 registered voters in the county of Lubbock, or the state of Lubbock, the town, city, whatever it is of Lubbock, in Lubbock. So, sorry, y'all.
How many times can you want to say Lubbock?
A lot. The poison for Cusco? The Cusco's poison. Okay. So, last day to register to vote is October 11th. So, that's a Tuesday. So, y'all get on that if you want to vote, because that's really important for you to be able to exercise your rights as an American citizen. Yeah.
And people fought really hard to give you that right, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely. And they're still fighting really hard. So think about our country. It's not a joke. The election this year is not a joke. So y'all be careful with who you're voting for and just make an informed decision. And that's all we have to say on the voting topic. So we're going to go ahead and throw it to, I'm going to do news. Now your KTXT news update. And then we will go to a surprise song that Daphne has picked out for us. So here we go. SeaWorld San Antonio appears to be backtracking on its promise to shutter its orca show. The San Antonio Current, because it's SeaWorld, reports the park quietly announced yesterday that new, more respectful shows will take place by 2019. SeaWorld has been dogged by flagging attendance since the release of Blackfish, a documentary that exposed the darker side of the park's orca program. San Antonio Park President Carl Loom says the whales will still be asked to jump at scheduled showtimes because that is the orca's natural behavior. 2 Houston organizations are poking fun at Donald Trump's Latino affairs advisor, who warned there would be taco trucks on every corner if the Hispanic culture was allowed to thrive in the U.S. Between now and October 11th, Houstonians can register to vote at taco trucks strategically placed about the city. Mi Familia Vota and a Houston design firm have turned some of the local taco trucks into voter registration vehicles. 7 taco trucks are currently in operation, and organizers say more are on the way. Rick Perry can say goodbye to his professional dancing career after being eliminated last night on the popular reality show Dancing with the Stars. It's such a sad thing. The former Texas governor failed to make it past week 2 when his viewer vote total fell short. The former GOP presidential candidate is not really trying to be a professional dancer, but he does plan a few steps at his daughter's wedding next month. Perry's elimination was expected after losing Monday night's dance-off with fellow Texan Vanilla Ice. And finally, Houston's J.J. Watt may be out for the season. ESPN is reporting that the Texans star has re-injured his back and will be placed on the injured reserve list later today. The injury likely occurred during last week's game with the New England Patriots. Watt has never missed a game in his 6-year NFL career. That does it for your KTXT News Update. Now, Daphne, what song do we have coming up after weather? If Daphne...
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh.
I got to do weather first.
Well...
Can I do the show in order, please?
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Haley. The National Weather Service forecast for Lubbock and vicinity. Sunny and a bit cool today. Highs in the mid-80s with northwesterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight. Lows in the mid-50s, rather. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and cooler, highs in the mid-70s, with lows in the upper 40s coming up Thursday night. Should be pretty good weather for tomorrow night's game. You'll definitely want to jacket as you head out this morning. Partly cloudy, 50 degrees with a wind chill of 48. So since we didn't get any requests on Facebook, I had to go to an oldie but a goodie. Here's Sweet, Ballroom Blitz. Good morning, Texas Tech.
Hello, Facebook.
Hello, Facebook world.
Okay. So we're back with Facebook. Michael Moore has been weighing in.
Michael
And
Moore.
we welcome Cindy Jones Suter.
That's
Is
my mom.
That's your mom?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi,
well,
Mom.
hey, Mom. Thanks for joining us. So, again, we're not allowed to have the music during our Facebook video feeds because we get in trouble with copyright. So we're talking to our Facebook audience during the music breaks. So weigh in. If you have a good question, let us know. I think our next segment we're going to be talking about, is it Family Day?
Family Day.
Family Day coming up.
Family weekend.
Family weekend. Okay.
It's not just a day. It's a
not
whole
just a
weekend.
day. It's a whole weekend. It's not just a day. It's a way of life. Mm-hmm. So be sure to check in. Haley's getting ready for the next segment. What else we got going on?
Well, let's see. We're going to be talking, talking about Parents Weekend. We're going to do a nice little segment on what grinds our gears.
Pam Carazales says she's excited about Family Weekend. Welcome, Pam. Glad to have you along on Good Morning Texas Tech.
You better.
Yeah. As college students, what is the most important issue in your minds, and will the debates alter who you are going to vote for? Who are going to vote for, I guess. I don't think they're listening to me. They're too busy getting ready for the next segment. But anyway, we'll post that to our Facebook audience. What?
If you were a college student.
If I was a college, I don't know. That's a good question. I think they're ignoring students. I think the youth vote is being ignored, probably on purpose. And if I had a lot of student loan debt, I would definitely say that would be an issue for me. But I don't think either of the candidates has really weighed in on that. So at least not to my satisfaction. Anyway, are y'all good in there?
Yeah.
Okay. You just have this confused look. Everybody's good?
I do not have a confused look. They can't see my face, so they didn't know that. Thank you. Thanks for killing my secret.
Note to Josh, we're going to have like a roving camera so that we can just, have
No. No.
We can do it.
No.
We have the budget.
We
We'll
were
do
gonna.
it.
No. You know what? I'd rather have that than you put something in the news booth. So
That's true.
That's fine.
Well, we're going to do that too, but it'll probably be hidden so you won't see it.
That's even
A
worse.
secret camera? That's kind of
So,
That's
Amy,
creepy. That's illegal.
yeah.
you're going to be the voice of our Facebook audience. So every time somebody weighs in, you just shout out, okay?
Like woo,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, like that.
Every time.
Great shout out.
Woo.
So Michael Morris posted a great question that we can go with. Pam Carazales has joined us.
Yay! That's
So-
your mom.
That's my boss.
Oh, that's your boss.
Your boss.
Your boss?
Allie's
Wow.
boss is Allie works for the parent family
Okay.
office in the
Cool.
South.
All right, I'm going to kill the mics and switch us back over. We've got
That's
about 30
fine.
seconds left in the song.
Okay, so Allie, I'm going to introduce you at the beginning. Thank you, Daphne, for that wonderful song that you chose. I really appreciate it. And for running our board and for helping
She
us run
doesn't
the
mean it.
Facebook Live
She
people.
hates it.
I
She-
did not hate it. I didn't know it that well, but it was still a
I
wonderful
thought you knew
song.
this was like my favorite song ever.
I didn't know that,
Oh,
but now I
thought you were being
do.
sarcastic. Okay.
No.
So great.
So great.
Next week, though, I'm feeling like we need to make a list of girl songs and make Andy put them in.
Uh-huh. I agree with you. Because I was sitting up last night, I was like, what songs do we have? I knew we had Spice Girls. So I was like, let's jam with the Spice Girls for the first one. Okay. So we have, as you can see if you're watching on Facebook, we have our special guest here in the studio, Miss Allie Carey.
Hi.
Hi, Allie. How are you today?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So Allie works for the Parent Family Relations office in the sub. So she is the one that kind of is there for like with new student orientation, right? Don't y'all do stuff with them and like help them do their like parent notes and all that fun
Yeah, we
stuff?
help with basically anything that has to do with parents. We kind of help out with that. Oh, okay, sorry.
No, you're good. So yeah, okay, cool. So, Allie, this weekend is Family Weekend here at Tech, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So tell us a little bit about what's going on this weekend, what y'all have been, events y'all are having and all that fun stuff.
Okay.
You're good. There we go. Go technology. We're having a good time. All right.
Okay, so basically, a few things you need to know is we have a thing called Family Weekend Central. And that is going on every day of the weekend, so Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's basically a place to pick up pre-ordered Family Weekend t-shirts, tailgate passes, schedules, parking maps, etc. So on Thursday, it'll be going on from 2 to 5 p.m., and that will be at the Marquette Alumni Center. And then Friday, it's going to be from 12 to 5:30, again at the Alumni Center. And then Saturday, it'll be from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Urbanowski Park. So that's just something if you have any questions or if you just want to pick up picnic tickets or parking map schedule, that's where you need to come. Also, the University Career Center has a University Career Center closet for donations for like professional clothing that are slightly more nothing too bad.
Yes.
So that will be also a Family Weekend Central, so you can just come and donate. You can bring pants, dress pants, suits, dress shirts, blouses, skirts,
Cool.
all that kind of fun
That's
stuff.
awesome.
Yeah, and then obviously the game. It's our first conference game, so that's super exciting. It starts at 7:30. And if your parent purchased tickets, they can receive those at will call, or they can print them off at home. So either one, that's easiest.
Cool.
And then we also have our big event, which is on Saturday, is the picnic at the park. So basically, it's just an afternoon of fun, and it starts at 11 a.m. There's going to be a million things you can possibly do. There's live music by Zoe Carter.
We had her on the show. We've
I
had
was
her
gonna
here on
say.
KTXT before.
That's
Zoe
what
Carter.
I'm asking about. She's
Yeah.
pretty cool. We have inflatables, we have face painting, photo booth. We also have a few visits from the Masked Rider, Raider Red, the TTU chess team, and women's you're right, and women's volleyball and soccer team. So that'll be really cool. The last thing you know about that is that we are serving hamburgers and hot dogs, but those tickets are going to be $10 each, and the last day to buy those is today at 5.
Okay.
And
Cool.
to do so, you can just go to parent.ttu.edu. So if you need those, get those now.
Awesome.
So those are just a few of our events that are going on this weekend. You can also check out our website, again, parent.ttu.edu. For more information, we've got like an ice cream social and we've got a fun run. So be sure to check
Fun
that out.
run. Air quotes.
Yeah.
Fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun run / walk / crawl if you're me.
If you're me. Well, cool. That's awesome. Do you have any information about parking, like where they should park on campus?
I do. Okay, so
Sweet.
one of the big things we're trying to get across is that you don't need to register your vehicle. So there are going to be certain lots that you can park in that are free, and some you might have to pay for the game. But for Family Weekend Central, the 2 days that it's going to be at the Marquette, you can park at the Marquette Alumni Center for free all weekend.
Okay.
But also, there's a parking lot directly next to it, which is the parking lot for the Marquette, but there's a parking lot by that, and that's student parking, so make sure you park in the right parking spot.
Because they will.
They will give you a ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, they will.
They have no mercy.
Shout out parking.
Yeah. Okay, so for the Kansas game, there are a few free lots, but they're first come, first serve, and they open at 5:30, so they're going to be at the HSC, which also the HSC has a bus service, so you don't have to walk all the way to the
that's
stadium.
far.
It's insane. So then there's also the International Cultural Center, the museum, and the Ranching Heritage Center lots. They also open at 5:30, I believe, and like I said, they're first come, first serve, so
Sweet.
they aren't going to have a lot of spots
No,
left after a while.
probably not.
There are a few paid lots, though. The USA Auto Red is what it's called, but it's the Commuter West, parking lot.
Let me shout that out real quick. That's where I park, and so if you're parking there, you're welcome for my parking spot.
Sacrifices, right?
Sacrifices.
But that is going to be $25. But make sure you don't park at the rec parking because you will get a ticket, and that's for students still.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the S1 RV Auto, which again is $25, and that's just the parking lot by the soccer fields. There's a map on our website too if you need more information about that. And then Raider Park Auto, which is the parking garage across Marcia Sharp, is going to be $55.
Okay.
So
be careful.
yeah, just know that going in, that it's going to be $55.
Yeah.
We do have a tip, though, for students that live on campus. If your parent is coming up, we recommend that you pick them up from where they're staying, and y'all can walk from your dorm parking lot. That just makes it a lot easier for everyone, especially those who don't have students that live on campus, so it kind of saves parking. And if you're already on campus, it's probably not going to be as bad a walk.
No.
Unless you're in the exact opposite side, which
Yeah.
I feel for you if that's the case.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, so Friday parking, like I said, the Marquette is open. Also, commuter west parking, which is C12, C16, and C11.
Mm-hmm.
Those will be available too. Again, not the rec. Don't park at the rec.
Okay.
I cannot stress that enough. And then Saturday parking, you can park at the Student Union or the Flint parking garage too.
Cool.
So yeah.
Speaking of parking, I have the email pulled up from, and this is for students, not just parents. Actually, this is mostly for students. So on Thursday, I know I've had a lot of people ask, like, where am I going to park if we have to be out by this time, blah, blah, blah. So by 3 o'clock, no more vehicles will be admitted to commuter west lots west of Indiana. So if you park out there and you need to come for class or whatever, and you want to park there, you have to get there before 3 because nothing else will be allowed to go in there by that time. And then at 4, commuter west lots west of Indiana have to be cleared. So if your car has to be out of there. If you parked west of Indiana, it has to be out of there by 4 o'clock. So if you come at 3, you can still park there, but you have to be gone by 4. As game time approaches, more buses will be shifted to game day service, so don't be counting on buses to be driving you to your classes. So yeah, just be careful with that. If you're there after 4 o'clock, I've been told that they will tow you. So be really careful and be really smart. They will tow you.
Likely.
They have no mercy. They have no mercy.
And it's just as bad for faculty and staff because we have to vacate the inner campus parking lots, and the lots that we've been directed to are probably going to be full. So we're just going to go ahead and call tomorrow Parking Mageddon.
Yeah, Parking Mageddon. There we go.
Good way to put it.
I like that.
Looking forward to it.
It should be really fun. So, all right, just so everybody knows parking. Thank you for your information, Allie. Is there anything else you want to add about family weekend or anything like that?
Just that if you have any questions, feel free to call our office or go to our website. We're just really excited to have all you guys out here.
Yay.
Parent.t2.edu.
That's the website, so y'all go
and
there.
the phone number's on there. Can't say
Sweet.
it right
That's fine. That's okay. Cool.
But yeah, travel safe.
Yay. Awesome. So if y'all have your parents coming up, it's going to be a lot of fun. Bring them to the game tomorrow night. Don't try to park on campus because it sucks. Just try to park somewhere on University. There's usually parking down at University too, or any of the lots that Allie named off. All right. So before we get to our last segment, here is Victory Bells by Josh Abbott. You're tuned in to Good Morning Texas Tech. Hi, Facebook.
Hi, Facebook again.
We forgot
okay,
you.
There we go. All right, so we're back with our Facebook audience.
Thanks.
And
Sweet.
just a shout out, I'm DG, running the board today. We've got Savannah Gilbreth, who is actually running the cameras for our Facebook feed, along with Josh Robinson, who's just out of shot. You can see his hand there.
There's
Joining us, because he
heads.
just got out of class, is Brian Jimenez. Hello, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
So anyway, that's who's kind of working behind the scene, as it were, making things go. So just a shout out to everybody. Oh, Russell Carey just joined us.
Hey!
Great show, Haley and Amy. Or Allie?
Allie.
Allie? Okay.
Probably Allie. That's
I
her
can't
dad.
read.
So.
Cindy Jones says, love that we can watch and listen on Facebook. Yeah, that's the point.
Isn't it cool?
That's what we like, too.
We love it.
So tell all your friends, share, spread the word. And chime in.
Oh, you
Join
know
the
what? I'm
conversation.
just figuring out how this works. I've been looking at the bottom for the new ones because that's how it works on the other Facebook posts. When you comment, the new ones pop up at the bottom. They're all at the top.
Yep.
So cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's legit.
That's
Okay.
legit.
If
Okay.
nothing else, well, at least I and Haley will know how to operate Facebook
Wreck
when this is
'em.
all said and done.
Yay.
We're learning.
We're learning. But yeah, cool. It is so. I love that they're able to comment and like connect with us through Facebook. Like that's the coolest thing to me. That's awesome. It really puts us with our audience. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Oh, so this next segment we're about to do is what grinds my gears, and we're all gonna go through and say like what irritates us or ticks us off, and it can be about tech or it can just be life in general. It's just our
We're
daily
hoping
like.
Elena goes off again.
Elena,
she really
yeah,
went off last
she went
week.
ham.
I
last
actually have
week.
another story.
Oh, good.
Sweet.
Good.
Updates. Awesome. So, if you want to comment on our feed, what grinds your gears, we'll pick and choose and put some of them on here and, like, dissect if that grinds our gears as well. Because everyone has different gears to grind.
Super true.
So,
That's very true.
I haven't even thought about mine yet. I told y'all I was like, come with one. And
What's
then
up, Mike?
I don't
Everything
know.
okay?
Like
Yeah.
passive
Did you
aggressive.
get signed in? All right.
Let's see here.
All right, we're about 30 seconds away, so I'm going to switch the mics over, okay?
Okay. My hair got long. All right. Thanks so much, DG, for, I don't know, just being great.
I love those bells.
I love those bells.
Being you.
For being you. I love victory bells. I love Josh Abbott. Oh, Jab Fest is this weekend. Fun fact.
is.
It is. Yeah, it's at the, I never can think, it's the amphitheater out there. Is it? Lone Star
Star,
Amphitheater. Okay, cool. So Josh Abbott will be there. Flatland Cavalry will be there. So that'll be awesome. Y'all should go check it out. But yeah, it's at the, I never can think, it's the amphitheater out there. Is it? Lone Star Amphitheater. Okay, cool. So Josh Abbott will be there. Flatland Cavalry will be there. So that'll be awesome. Y'all should go check it out. But yeah, it's at the, I never can think, it's the Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like trying to like listen. I don't know what's happening. We're getting like feedback from something, and I thought
Like,
they were
from ourselves.
From ourselves.
From our
I'm like,
past selves.
who is talking
My
right
bad.
now? We're all so
Like, what's
confused.
I was hearing the same thing, and I noticed as your mouths weren't moving, and I was like, how are y'all doing that? That's like cool.
Oh my gosh. I thought that was like maybe Savannah. I didn't recognize it. And then I was like, is that what I sound like on air? Oh gosh.
Is that my voice? Is that my voice?
My voice? Oh, that was
Emperor's
hilarious.
New Groove. Hashtag
Yes.
Emperor's New Groove.
Every DJ always gets my references when I do that.
True. Yeah.
Oh, that made me
Appreciate
so...
your references. They're great.
It's a learning curve, and it's pretty steep for this old guy. So.
Okay, well, on that note, let's go ahead and do what grinds my gears. So, does anyone... Our gears grinding.
There they are.
Those are
Actual
some intense
gears.
gears. Actual gears. So, does anyone have a gear that they would like to tell has been grinded first? I know Elena said she has a story since she seemed to enjoy this segment so much last week.
It's good to vent.
It is good to vent.
It really is.
No, so I mean, you emailed last night and was all like sassy, like come prepared. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna be prepared. So I was thinking about this past weekend, wherein I went to New Mexico with my church for fall retreat, and on the drive back. So, you know, traffic, yeah, it's a thing that bothers everyone. We all have road rage. So I'm driving back, and we're kind of caravanning because there's a lot of us. And I get behind this black Jeep. Okay, this black Jeep. Oh. So I'm behind him on like a two-way highway, right? And I'm behind him for like a good chunk of time. And it's, you know, when it gets to the point where it's like, I'm tired of seeing this black Jeep. Like, I just want to move on with my life. But, like, it's a commitment to pass anyone.
Right.
Okay, when you're on a two-way
Yeah,
highway. Like,
it's a gamble.
it's a gamble. You don't want to die. And I have people in my car, so I'm like, is it worth it? It was worth it. So I passed him. Okay. It was actually her. I should probably refer to her as her. But anywho, probably an hour later, black Jeep pops up again. Okay. And she passed me. It's like, okay, fine. You're that committed. Go ahead. Go ahead and pass me. But then it was probably another hour later. I catch up. And it's like this war. This is a 5-hour war. Okay? Between me and this black Jeep. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that actually knows this war is occurring because my car like blends in with cement. So it's not exactly like the most unique car.
Right.
Like, but I knew that black Jeep, and I was really tired of seeing it. And it was like every 30 minutes to an hour, I would just pop up either in front of or right behind the black Jeep.
The black Jeep.
So, we're driving into Lubbock. I'm thinking, okay, I'm home free. I haven't seen black Jeep for probably an hour. It's going to be fine. Maybe it beat me. I don't know. All right. I'm on Indiana in the Loop. I am a street away from my church. And what do you know? Black Jeep pops up right by me and blows past me for the last... I'm so mad. The last minute, it beat me to the church by literally 30 seconds.
Oh, no.
I was so mad because it was I was in
You
the
tried
leftmost.
so hard.
I tried so hard. And
if
the black Jeep probably didn't even know that I was in competition with it.
it's like us and UT.
Yeah. Okay, but I was in competition with it, which makes it even sadder that I lost because I did know.
I did know. I failed.
So what grinds my gears is that person on the highway that just goes a little under the speed limit and then passes you. And then
Anybody
does it
who's
5 more
watching
times.
and can't see it, Elena's literally shaking. Her hands are twitching.
Well, you gotta
get the
be
emotion.
animated.
You're
You gotta be animated. Also, I've had a lot of coffee. So anyway,
It's
that's
true.
what
She came
grinds
in with
my
3
gears.
cups.
But no, that irritates me too when I'm driving and they're going below the speed limit. And
Elena,
yes,
it was me in the black Jeep.
Gosh dang it, Daphne.
Oh,
It would
you
be.
were like a cute blonde girl.
Don't give away my Facebook profile picture.
Poor Daphne. Amy, thank you. Elena first, thank you so much for that beautiful story.
You're so welcome.
I really enjoyed it. It was good. Okay, Amy, what grinds your gears? Do you have any?
well, I do like Parents Week, Parents Weekend, and students getting to see their parents and all of that is really great for them to have that chance. But yesterday, I got out of my internship about 4:30 or so, and I just wanted to get something to eat real quick on my way to the studio. And there was just so much traffic on campus. It took me 30 minutes to get to Canes.
Oh, my.
That's across the street.
Wow. Yeah.
So I was afraid I was going to be late to my shift, which we have to supervise the DJs here.
Uh-huh.
And I wasn't, so
That's
that's good. But I finally got my Canes, and
That's
I
good.
got to my shift on time.
Did you get lemonade?
I did. I got
Yes.
lemonade and the 3-finger combo. Which is great.
That was
So
my child.
I got my Canes.
Yeah,
so
that was my
everything was
all
fine,
freshman.
but it's just a little irritating with all the traffic.
I understand.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Worse.
Yeah.
Great.
Elena already told us her story. Let's not reawaken the sleeping giant that is Elena's anger. Allie, do you have a story of something that grinds your gears?
Yes. Mine
Okay.
doesn't have to do with parking or traffic or driving.
Okay,
So
that's
might be
fine.
a good twist. I'm very passionate about certain movies. I love certain movies.
I can. Yes, she does a lot.
Yes. And what grinds my gears is when people talk through them, which is kind of funny because I also sometimes do that, but it's
She
cool.
also does that.
It's okay when
It's
you
cool.
do it.
Yeah, it's cool when I do it, but when other people do it, it's the worst though. It only grinds my gears whenever I'm trying to show them how much I love the movie and they talk through it.
Yes.
Haley.
Okay. I'm sorry. I can only watch The Holy
okay.
Grail so many times, Allie.
It's so funny.
Okay, that movie's so quotable. You can't not talk.
Thank you. It's the best movie I think I've ever seen in my life. I can quote the whole first scene perfectly. It's the best. Okay.
Me.
Anyway, so yes. God. Anyway, that's what grinds my gears.
When people talk through your favorite movies, well, I'm sorry because I do that all the time. But
Yeah, it's okay.
she's made me watch The Holy Grail at least 3 times. It's a good movie.
Twice. That's it.
Okay, but it feels like 100,000. But it's really a good show, so I appreciate your love for that. Okay, what grinds my gears is my wallet right now is just killing me. I have had this wallet and connected to, it's not just like a little black wallet. It's like my wallet has my keys to my car, my apartment, the office, the studio. All of that is on there. And then it has my debit card, my driver's license, my student ID, my whole life. My Need to Breathe tickets are in there. All of my stuff is in that wallet. Okay? So it's important that I don't lose this wallet. 2 times this semester, 2 times have I really truly believed that wallet is gone, unto the far reaches of the galaxy. At least 5 times have I just misplaced it. Yesterday was the worst. I was already running late to class. My class is at 11, so I get to campus and get on the bus and get to the sub, and it's 11:03. And I'm like, well, I'm already late, so I might as well go to Starbucks, right? It's right there. I'll just walk over to my class and be a couple minutes late. So I'm in line at Starbucks, go to my backpack to get my wallet. My wallet's not in there. So I have this mini freak out, and I'm like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's probably just in my car. So I get on the bus, and I go back to my car. This is not a slow process. I get back to my car. Car's locked. Wallet's not in my car. So then I have a mini panic attack. I'm talking to God, just like, what am I going to do? And this groundskeeper man walks by me and he's like, are you okay, ma'am? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. It's okay. It's fine. So I'm just sitting on the ground, and eventually I'm like, I'll just wait for the bus to come back. So I sit on the ground and I wait for 45 minutes, and every double T bus that comes by, I get on. Finally, the last one, my wallet was on there and the bus driver had it. So bless TTU bus driver right now. My wallet kills me. But yeah, that's my story. And I'm sticking to it.
I'm glad you found your wallet.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. That's rough.
Thank you. I tried. All right. Well, that just about wraps us up for all the time we have here on Good Morning Texas Tech. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for commenting on our Facebook feed. Y'all make sure you tune in on Friday for our next Good Morning Texas Tech. We will see you back here next week.
All right, it's Undercurrents. I'm Greg McVicker. Welcome.